In continuation to my previous lecture based on basic concepts of economics, the next concept to be discussed is wants. Economics is a study of human behavior. So, we are here to discuss about human wants. Students, you know all the time we are here to satisfy our one want or the other want. So, in layman's language, in your and my language, want, wish, demand, desire means the same things. But in economic, they are different from each other. And today, in this lecture, I will explain you what exactly do we mean in economics about the term wants. To keep it simple, we can say want is nothing, it is an effective desire. It is an effective desire. Now, what is this effective desire means? A desire simple means a wish, a positive thinking, which you are dreaming, you are thinking ki yes, I need to have this thing. But if it is not being effective, effective means you have not make it realistic, you have not made it practically possible. So till that it will remain desire only. And the moment you are going to make it happen, you are going to make it a reality. So that effective desire is to be called as a want. And what is the other way to define it? That is desire plus now you have got what? Ability to pay. So combination of these two words, desire plus ability to pay in economics, that is to be called as a want. Students, as per Robbins definition, we know that human wants are unlimited, right? So after discussing about meaning of want, next thing we are here to discuss about features of want. What are the characteristics of want? So here first all is characteristics of want. The first, as per Robbins definition, wants are unlimited. What does this mean? That the moment we have come into an existence, the moment from our first breath, we are here to ask for one thing or the other thing. And this process continues till our last breath. We are never ever here to see a person who will say ki yes, I am contented, I don't have any want to be fulfilled, my all the wants are fulfilled. No, students, we don't have as such any student, and if we would have, that will be an exceptional case. So we are going to discuss in general that wants are unlimited, and in order to fulfill, in order to make your want an effective desire, we know that what we need to put? We need to put an effort, because through those efforts only it will become possible for you to make it available, to make it have an ability to pay. So wants are unlimited. The second thing, you know that in order to resources are limited, and in order to see which want is to be fulfilled first and which is to be postponed, as per Robbins definition, we discussed that we have a problem of choice. And what is that? That is economic problem. What does this mean? That you need to prioritize, you need to give a ranking to your wants. That this is my first want, this is my second want, and accordingly I am here to fulfill them. So what does this mean? That wants are competitive, that we are going to have in competition ki this is my first priority and I can postpone the other one. So want, the second feature of wants are that it is a priority, it is to be settled as per your priority, as per your priorities only, students, not anyone's else. If you feel कि no, economics is my priority and I will do some other subject later on, so that is your priority. But yes, wants are unlimited, and I need to, being a rational consumer, I need to decide as per the availability of resources that which want is to be fulfilled first and which I can postpone. And sometimes what happens, that in order to fulfill one want, you need to have another want also. It has to be taken place together. So what is that word? That word is to be taken as a complementary. Wants are what? Wants are complementary. Complementary means sometimes we are here to make two wants together. Why? Because it is not possible to have one want as proper satisfaction. So to make it a complete process, I need to have a combination of another thing also. Like at present, if I am writing a board, I need a pen, I need a marker for it. So a board of a marker and a demand for a want for a board and a marker is to be taken as a complementary want. The next main feature of want is that they are recurring in nature. Recurring means they keep on repeating. If one time I have taken a meal, the second time I am not here to say ki no, I don't want to have a meal. Yes, another time also I will have a demand for, I will have a want for meal. Okay, so wants keep on repeating itself from one way or the other. The degree may differ, the intensity may differ, but yes, it is a never ending process. Students, I hope all the features of want are clear, and in paper on a particular feature only, that explain how wants are unlimited in nature, explain how wants are competitive and recurring in nature. So you are here to explain these terms with an example, because you may be asked on a particular term a question for a 2-marker. After discussing about characteristics, the next thing about wants is about its classification. How many type of wants a one can have. So students, you must be familiar with these 3 words. It's nothing new. The type of wants can be classified into 3 types. The first thing is a necessity. You know about it. Then we have a comfort, and the last thing we do have a luxury. So what is this exactly? Necessity, comfort and a luxury. Students, one time luxury can be a necessity for another, and your necessity can be a luxury for other, and a luxury can be a necessity for somebody. So it is not the thing that I am here to give you a particular list and telling you that these all things come under necessity, these all things come under comfort, and these all things come under luxury. No, it's not like that. It absolutely human satisfaction. We are studying about human satisfaction. So it's up to him to whom he has to take it as a luxury or to whom he has to take it as a comfort. But definitional difference of necessity, comfort and luxury is what? Necessities are your basic needs which we need to make our life fulfilled, make our life existence, that yes, these are the things which we need to have for our livelihood, for our survival. So these are the things which we need to fulfill just to make my existence possible. It is not possible to stay without them. Like I am going to say food, shelter and clothing, but which type of food? Am I going to say ki KFC burger is my necessity? No, it's not like that. A food which is just capable to keep you alive, so that is your necessity. And when we are going to moving on a comfort, that is to just at a ease. You are not enjoying a high status, but just at ease. So the demand, the want for those things is to be taken as a comfort. And what is a luxury? Luxury is nothing. Luxury is your status symbol. It is your social status in the society. And a very good example to create a difference between a necessity, comfort and luxury. Nowadays it will not be here, but to make you understand that your fan is a necessity, cooler is a comfort, AC is a luxury. In the same way, if we are going to talk about traditional times, bicycle is a necessity, scooter is a comfort and car is a luxury. So in this way you can differentiate nowadays that if I am going to talk about the AC is of course a necessity for all of us nowadays, but There is a branded AC, non-branded AC, and different type of ACs are here. So accordingly, I can differentiate which one is to be taken as a necessity and which one is to be taken as a luxury. So here it is a type of human wants. Hope it is all clear. Thank you.